Bring it up here for the basket. Okay, bring up your reading guides, turn them in, even if they're not done, please. Bring up your reading guides, put them in the basket. It's time to move on. Once again, bring up your reading guides, put them in the baskets, please. Your microscope reading guides, put them in the basket, please, even if they're not done. It's time to move on. All right, so good job. Thank you for working so hard on that reading guide. I appreciate it. Today, we're going to continue with our discovery of microscopes. Next class period, you'll be doing a lab, if you choose to, obviously, just like the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll be doing a lab. That lab will help you understand how to use a microscope. Okay. In 2 class periods from now, so next Wednesday, we will have our mid-unit quiz number 2. Mid-unit quiz number 2 will have information on cell theory and information on how to use a microscope and about microscopes. We're going to go ahead and watch a video today. I'm not going to have you write any notes about it, but electronic devices should be away. Focus on the video. I'm trying to help you. It'll review what you read about in your reading guide. Okay, here we go. Turn the volume.
I can't really talk to anyone. I'm in class. This class is always competitive. I'm bored. Nothing's happened yet.
What is on the kitchen table? Oh, it's my breakfast. I'm hoping to find some euglena, maybe some carrots. Yeah, I took the sample from. I meant, why is it on the kitchen table? Oh, I got distracted. I was going to take some drops and put it on a slide while I set up my microscope. Yes. Well, please get your green water away from where we eat. Green water? Don't be ridiculous, Petunia. There are tons of protists in here. We just have to find them. Well, you're out of luck. The protists that I'm looking for are unicellular, meaning they're made up of one cell. And generally, you need a microscope to see them. Never used one of those. You've never used a microscope before? No. Well, you know what that means, right? What that means. We must explore the world of microscopes. First of all, let's focus on a few terms that are important in order to understand microscopes. Magnification is one. That's really what most people think of when they think of a microscope. And we're going to talk more about that in a moment. But another term that is important is resolution. Basically, are you able to distinguish between two objects? This is important as otherwise two objects could actually look like one object because you can't distinguish between them. So for example, if a microscope had a resolution of 0.2 microns, then that means two objects need to be 0.2 microns or more apart in order to see that they are two different objects and not one. If you want to understand the physics of how resolution works and how it's calculated, we have a great further reading suggestion in the video details. So let's talk about some different types of microscopes that all take into account this need for magnification and resolution in order to see specimens. First, light microscopes. If you're in a classroom, this is likely what you have. And as its name would suggest, it uses light in order to see an image. Bright field light microscopes tend to be what people are most familiar with, typically producing a darker image on a light background. With a dark field light microscope, you have a piece that blocks the light source, called a light stop. The idea is that most light has been blocked, so the only light you see is light reflected or refracted from structures within the specimen that you're looking at. So you tend to see light images on a dark background. There are many other types of light microscopes too. We have a great link for further reading suggestions to learn how each of these work. And some of these are fascinating. Some rely on interference, some rely on using a laser, but the thing to keep in mind is there are certain times when one of these types of light microscopes is more ideal to use than another. So light microscopes use light in some form to see a specimen. But not all microscopes are light microscopes. For example, what if we wanted to see a virus? Viruses are generally very small, typically much smaller than the average bacteria. How can we increase magnification and resolution abilities to see them? That's where electron microscopes come in. Electron microscopes use electron beams to visualize images. Transmission electron microscopes, TEMs, tend to be the most ideal for visualizing structures within a specimen, while scanning electron microscopes, SEMs, tend to be most ideal for visualizing the 3D surface. Let's come back to the typical microscope you might see in a classroom, which happens to be the one that I own, a bright field light microscope. Here's our light source. Light passes through this, the condenser lens, to focus the light on the specimen. The level of light can be adjusted by the diagram. Our specimen, likely to be on a microscope slide, will be placed on the stage here. Light will be reflected, refracted, or absorbed by the specimen. But we rely on these lenses here, the objective lens and the eyepiece lens, to get our total magnification. In fact, this is often referred to as a compound microscope because it has two sets of lenses. You can see that the objective lenses are attached to this revolving nose piece, which allows them to be rotated. So you can select a certain one that you want to use. With my particular microscope, I have 3 objective lenses. A scanning objective lens that magnifies 4 times, the low-power objective lens that magnifies 10 times, and a high-power objective lens which magnifies 40 times. But don't forget the eyepiece lens, because that also magnifies images. And my particular eyepiece lens magnifies 10 times. So let's say I use the scanning objective lens. I would multiply that objective lens magnification level by the eyepiece lens magnification level so that my total magnification is 40 times. Now, you'll also notice there's a lot of knobs here. Let me introduce you to the knobs. This large knob here is known as the coarse focus, and then this smaller knob here is known as the fine focus. Both of these knobs raise or lower the stage, which helps with focusing. The coarse focus knob will move it more dramatically, whereas the fine focus knob will move it in smaller increments. These knobs, the stage knobs, don't move the stage up and down, but rather from side to side instead. It helps you explore what's on the slide itself, but it isn't adjusting the focus of it. Not all microscopes have those stage knobs. Sometimes you have to move the slide manually. This is the microscope arm and the base. Whenever you pick it up, you want to make sure you have one hand underneath, supporting the base, and the other hand holding the microscope arm. Since it plugs in, you want to make sure there isn't water around it. So let's take a look at what's in this water sample here. I'm going to do something called a wet mount to prepare my microscope slide. I'm going to drop a drop or two of my water sample onto the slide using a disposable pipette. It's like a very fancy eyedropper. Kind of. I'm going to put the cover slip on top. There's some techniques to doing a wet mount to avoid air bubbles that you can check out online. Air bubbles actually can look kind of beautiful under the microscope, which can lead to great disappointment when you find out they're not some amazing microscopic organism, but rather just an air bubble. Something I may or may not know by experience. I'm going to put the slide on the stage. I'm going to use the stage clips here to secure the slide. Light is on, and I already have the scanning objective lens here ready to go, which is good because I want to find the specimen first. I can adjust the light level if I want, but just know that super bright doesn't always mean the best image. I can look through the eyepiece and use the coarse focus knob to move the stage up or down slightly to focus. Patience. Euclida. I can also fine-tune focus it with the fine focus knob. I can use the stage knobs to center my image. Now that I found it with the scanning objective lens, I'm now going to move up to the next magnification level. So remember, total magnification would be 100 times. Since I'd already focused it with the scanning objective lens, it's likely I only need to use the fine focus knob to adjust the focus. I could continue to move up to the high power objective lens, which gives a total magnification of 400 times. Now, 3 additional tips about using microscopes that I just want to mention. Number 1, most microscope slides are glass, so they can break if dropped. And if using cover slips, keep in mind they are extremely easy to lose if not careful. Number 2, always be aware of where the slide is when you're moving the stage up and down with the focus knobs. It's possible to move the stage too close to the objective lens and actually crush the slide. And number 3, if it's hard to see your image even when focusing, you may need to clean the lens, but you need to do this by wiping it with a lens cleaner, not regular tissue. When you're done with the microscope, make sure the slide is removed, turn off the light, lower the stage to its lowest position, and return the lowest objective lens over the stage. Unplug it, wrap up the power cord, and if you have a cover the microscope before putting it away. Keep in mind there are some techniques to better visualize some specimens, such as using different stains or using immersion oil at highest magnification to increase resolution. Definitely something to explore that this video doesn't go into. Microscopes open up an entire world that you can't see with the naked eye. Microscopes can also complement what you might be learning in life science. Studying mitosis? Check out the cross-section of an onion root tip where lots of mitosis happens. Studying plant responses? Take a look at stomata from a thin sample underneath a leaf. Studying osmosis? Take a look at how aquatic plant cells respond to different salt concentrations. Endless possibilities to explore endless curiosities. Well, that's it for the Viva Sisters, and reminder to stay curious.
Awesome. Okay, thank you for those who were able to listen, those that kept talking during the video. That's rude of you, but what can I say? Not much, obviously. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get ready for our lab next class period. So let me hand out that paper for you.
Please focus. Yes. I do focus on class. I just sit straight and fun, but I have to make sure I properly focus while I'm in class or I'm stalling your head. Don't worry about questions. So.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do an assignment first.
Just come. I got this. Thank you.
Two of them. Oh,
Thank you. Teacher's coming. I gotta take the phone down so I can see the screen. What class period is this?
fifth grade.
What happened?
Okay,
Teacher's
so
coming around handing out
here's
papers.
the
I had
lab
to
that
take you guys
some
down
of
so
you
I
will
can see my
complete next
screen.
class period.
Because I don't want to get in trouble.
I would say probably 30% of you will choose not to do the lab, which is no problem with me. Okay? So, but I want you to do a little procedure before that starts. Okay? So, let's look at an assignment. I'm going to open it up for you guys. Okay? The assignment is called the Microscope Lab Pre-Write. Let me assign it to this class so it'll pop up there too for you so you can read the instructions. I'll talk through the instructions also for those that want help with them. Okay, so notice the microscope pre-write. I'd like you to complete the following before I let you start the lab next class. The pre-write instructions. On a separate sheet of paper, please write a 2-sentence summary of the background information. For each procedure you're doing something, write out in your own words what you will do in the lab. For each procedure that's a question, simply put down C question and packet. Notice this must be done before, and I have to sign off on it before you can start the lab. Okay? Since you all need to do this, let me talk through it. Okay, so on a separate sheet of paper, okay, microscope pre-write, your name at the top. There's 2 paragraphs up there at the top. I would like you to read through those and on a separate piece of paper, write down a 2-sentence summary of that. When I read that, I thought of this, I thought of that. Okay? Next, for each procedure, for example, number 1, it says make a wet mount slide letter R cut out from a piece of newspaper. The pictures below demonstrate the steps. Okay? Notice that the procedures, number 1, all you can write down for number 1 is I will make a wet mount slide. Just tell me in one short sentence what you read, what you'll do when you're on that. Okay? Notice 2, 3, and 3 are also things you'll be doing. To read those, write down what you'll do there. Okay? Question 4, or procedure number 4. Let's read that one. It says, what does the microscope do to the position of objects and specimens? Notice that's just a question. So in your pre-write assignment, all you need to write down is C question packet. Okay? Then you should go through procedures, the rest all the way to 19. It should take you about 10 minutes to do that. Notice we have 19 minutes left in class. That'll give you a few minutes to chill and relax until the end of class. So there's the procedure for pre-write. If you have questions, by all means, come up, ask them. Otherwise, time is yours.
You are my friend. Okay. I can be your friend. I'm just bored and tired and exhausted all the time. I know my future's very long. That's what life stresses me out sometimes. Extremely stresses me out as well. Because I'm also trying to make somewhat of a living off of this week, and that involves a lot of requirements and stuff like that. Crap, I've already made like 1,000 off of YouTube and donations. I mean, if I like more, yes. But let's see if I can get more donations. No. Thanks. You're very welcome. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But I can't. I'll go to class. Instead of lunch and then 2 at the class. Wait, no. 1 at the class and 2. And then I get to go home. school ends at 1:55. So I have lunch and then I have one class. I go home and make sure to do my chore. And I can help on stream. But while I'm doing my chore, I should probably charge my phone or it's gonna be dead. So yeah, there's that. You know, so I just want to go home and take a nap. I know I can't because I have other responsibilities to do. Mother, father, places that you should be very nice. Thank you. I know I have responsibilities I have to do, so I'm not going to take a nap when I get home. I have Fortnite to stream and some other crap I gotta do. Got Fortnite to stream, I got chores to get done. I got just streaming to get done because I promised people that I would stream after I get home from school, and I have to make sure I stream constant, or else I'm not gonna get my 4,000 public lecture hours I need. Hello again. And my throat hurts. Honestly, I feel like I look like crap, but I know I don't, and I know I'm gonna get freaking backlash at you guys saying, no, you don't look like crap. What's going on? That's me in class, and we're talking about how I feel. You and your boyfriend? No, I am single since June. No, actually, the beginning of July. I think it was like July 1st. Me and my ex broke up. So, and then I got together with another girl, and then we broke up because of that. She, basically humiliated him in front of his family, and I would never do that to him, but, it is what it is. All I know is I'm exhausted. But no, I do not have a boyfriend. I'm tired, cold. I'm running for class treasurer at school, and that takes like a lot of people to vote because I'm running up against someone that is popular, so I'm having to bribe them with snacks. That guy mascara, I don't. No, I'm serious. I am. I'm not even putting my head down right now on my own. I'm bored.
It's not a question, it's just a complete draw. Does that make sense now?
I need his class. It's boring. Yeah, I don't like this teacher. I transferred in his class like a week ago, like 2 weeks ago, and he's making me take tests and everything I know nothing about. So I'm already failing this class for no reason at all. So I'm kind of pissed about that. I'm failing a class that I didn't even know anything about because I transferred into his class like 2 weeks ago. He made me take like already 3 quizzes actually, and assignments I know nothing about. And I'm still having to take quizzes, so I have like 2 quizzes to take. You guys are talking about yourself, right? You guys, I don't care if y'all self-promote on my channel, but like, whatever. Bored. I want to lunch. I'm hungry. Again, my throat hurts, so that's good too. Dude, they have snacks at school, but I have like no money on my Cash App. Dude, the sodas here are like $2. Can I make an edit of you? Sure, right on the head. We gotta make sure you tag me in it. It better be a funny edit too. Please make an edit. I really want to edit something going around. I think that'd be really funny. Eyes on me and dude, how old are you? How old are you? I don't usually ask people how old you are, but like, how old are you? I suggest social media very good, but you know social source here every day, every time follow. Look, today the whole rat will wake up. You take it. What? Wait, what the hell is it? J.I. Boto, Moten. I don't know what the hell his name is. What did you mean by that? I suggest the social media very good, but you know social media source. They're good, very day, every day, every time follow. Sorry about what? I'm just asking how old you are. Oh, so now the class is long. Class ends like 11 minutes. Hi. Yes, I'm at school. I'm tired. Yes, I'm at school. I'm bored, tired, exhausted. Y'all, please make edits of me. I want to see them around YouTube. I think it'd be funny, but if y'all make edits of me, tag me in them, pretty please. Cherry on top. I'm weird like that. By the way, Janet, you're pretty. Thank you. Even all my makeup on stuff, besides my eyeshadow, way sparkly. It's glittery. I like it. My concealer one sweated off my face with your PE. Your sister name? Her name is Mackenzie. I call her Kenzie though. A favorite song? I don't have a favorite song, but I can tell you my favorite artist. My favorite artist is Ariana Grande. Dude, I would go gay for her. I would not go gay for anyone else. Sorry, everyone has like that one celebrity that would go gay for them, and Ariana Grande is the one I would go gay for. I freaking love her music. I'm trying to buy her hoodie on her website, but it's like $80 and I can't afford it. I'm sad. Dude, I want to get sponsored by her so bad, but I don't have any of her stuff to promote even to even get sponsored. Well, I do buy her perfume, but that's about it. And her name is fun. Yep, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. I'm just tired and bored. I thought we already went over this. I don't know why that song stuck in my head. You see a doctor for what? Why am I seeing a doctor? I'm sorry, what? Why can't I see a doctor? Why are you caring? Hello? Wait, what do you mean? If you're trying to say, why am I crying? I'm not crying. I'm perfectly fine. I'm exhausted.
Remember, it's a question. You have to see question.
Hi.
What happens if you
I know you're there. Stop saying hello in the chat, bro.
right? Question. Now he's at a 4-year university, right? He's not at a junior.
Girls. Huh? You're weird. I'm joking. You're not weird. I would never call you weird. Unless I deserve it. How are you today? I appreciate it. You just think I love you? What the? Okay, well, I'm just gonna say, okay. I have no response to that. Unless you love me as a YouTuber, but I wish you were happy. I wish I was too, but life is stressful, so. Without that. You should feel different. I'm just joking. I don't want to. Class ends in 6 minutes. 6 minutes class will end and then I can go to lunch. By the way, if you wonder why my arm is shaking, it's probably because I have my arm on my leg and I'm just bouncing my leg up and down like an impatient person would do. 5 minutes in the class will end. Speak Romanian. I don't know how to speak Romanian. I only speak English. Your age? I'm 15. How did you have to say that? I'm 15 damn years old.
Oh my god.
Sorry. No, I wish I could. I'm cold. Hi. I'm just gonna call you Cherry because I'm not gonna say your full name. I mean, it's a funny name, but. I'm tired. Can you friend me on Roblox? Sure. But not right now because I'm at I'm at school right now, so I'll probably when I get home probably. Bye bye. Your hair. Oh, thank you. The girls gotta came out down here. That's fine. Oh my god, finally moderator. Now I am that girl. Hi. Oh. I'm tired. Stop saying I love you, bro. Weird.
Okay, so once again, if you're not done with the prereq, you can finish it at home for homework. You can probably not do it next class period. We won't be able to touch the microscope until it's all signed up and done. Otherwise, we're out of class in 3 minutes. We'll go from there.
I'm at school property waiting for 4 o'clock. Are you sleeping? No, what the fuck? Looks like I'm sleeping. This is 2:56 for me. It is 1:58 for me. So class is meant 2 minutes, and then school doesn't end until 1:55. I got there before they started charging. Lunch, you're right, could have been like a minute.
I was born in 2010. I was born in 2010 too. Wait.
And I tried to call and no one was able to come. I know, life sucks that we all die. It's okay. We'll get there. Ooh, Luke, mine's like the Olympics. All the way behind it. Keep going.
Have you seen Race's funny note page of like things that concerned people say?
Nice. Waiting for lunch.
I started calling him Rice.
Well,
I'm not the raspberry. Stop.
okay, lunch. Y'all, you think I'm gonna make a person? You do know this will show the whole school, right? I wish I could help. One.